Hello everyone and welcome to the Animezilla, and thank you for joining me as we take a look at a brand new manga series that I have started to read. I'll be giving you my first thoughts on chapters 1, 2 and 3 of the series known as Quintessential Quintuplets. A manga series that was recommended to me by someone in the comment section, so thank you for the recommendation. And as first impressions go, I thought that it was a rather creative and well structured showcasing, showing off the motivations of our main male protagonist, while also giving us small details and information about the girls that are involved. So let's take a look and see who the main characters are and what they have to offer based on these first 3 chapters and my thoughts in general. So first up we have Itsuki, a young, serious girl who loves to eat, and her design for the character is pretty unique and interesting, and I do quite like it. The comedic segments with her in I thought were funny, especially her facial expressions. They were, I enjoyed them a lot. She was also able to kind of connect with the main protagonist in terms of Yusuke through sharing a dinner with his family and able to understand his motivations and his reasoning for being their tutor. Yusuke's family is very poor and she is very rich, so they're both on the different ends of the spectrum. But I love this segment because it shows off 2 character traits for Itsuki's character. Number 1, it shows that she's able to understand a person's situation and sympathize with them. And trait number 2, she's very headstrong, being that she does understand and feel the reason as to why Yusuke is doing what he's doing, why he wants to be their tutor. But at the same time, she also knows that she can kind of do things on her own. She's positive that she can study better if she's on her own and not with a tutor, and she does this despite knowing her actions could negatively affect someone's family. So this of course shows that she's very headstrong, she's very strong-willed. She won't back down even after knowing and understanding someone's situation. So yeah, I thought this was a very interesting introduction for our character, and I also thought we didn't get to see inside her bedroom when we're looking at all the other characters. So that should be something that should be cleared up later on. Maybe there's something inside that bedroom that would reveal something that can help our main protagonist win her over and convince her to study underneath him. Who knows? That's just my thoughts on that one. Next up, we have the girl with all the zeros and a little cute ribbon, Yotsuba. She comes across as a very cheerful, lively character, very full of energy and bubbly, and not the brightest tool in the shed. Hence why she always scores 0, apart from that mini mock test that he sets out before them. So it shows that she's not good with English, but she's good in a certain subject. We just gotta find out what that is moving forward. She also comes across as quite supportive, but not only that, she also comes across as being quite curious and keen to learn. So hopefully she'll be that bridge that will help connect the other characters, because she does start to act like that by showing the main character to each and everyone's bedrooms, showing them off and kind of trying to get them to study. So I still think there's a bit of hope for Yotsuba, so let's see where they go with her moving forward. Design wise, I think the ribbon was a cute touch to her character. It makes her a bit more standout. Plus, more importantly, I think her personality is just great overall, so I'm interested to see what her hobby is going to be and what new information we learn about her in the future. Yeah, pretty decent character. Let's go to the next one. So then moving along, it's time for the woman who has a brain like a bedroom. Messy. The character known as Ichika. This character is extremely messy, she doesn't like to tidy up or keep things organised, and is very adult-like. Described as wearing almost see-through clothing and likes to sleep in the nude, with a very flirtatious, comedic sort of segment going throughout these chapters, and I can see it also going through future chapters as well. Design-wise, I do think she's probably the weakest character in terms of design. I really do like her teasing personality. I think that could pull her through a bit more. But personally speaking, yeah, with her bedroom, just like her mind being dirty and her personality being very flirtatious, I need something a bit more of like substantial to make me go, okay, I like this character, let me have some more, let me see some more of the character and move forward. I don't feel like I'm going to get that too much, but hey, we'll have to wait and see. And Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. I'd rather be wrong. I'd rather be surprised and happy than right. Yeah, that's the phrase. Next up, the girl that loves history and is a bit of an oddball. Next, we're talking about Miku. I liked Miku. The information that they dropped about her character was really interesting and surprising. That little comedic element with her kind of handing the note underneath the desk, asking the protagonist to meet her on the roof, just to answer the question that he asked them all this morning, was really funny and helped build her character and add more layers to her character. Also making her slightly awkward because it shows that she is smart, but she doesn't want anyone to know about the fact that she's smart in the terms of history. Which, yeah, I quite like that. And then when we had the whole love segment teasing just before this this note was found underneath his desk, that paired very nicely with the comedy of Miku answering that question. Because the question was asked, Miku, do you love anyone? And then she kind of paused. And then we kind of cut it away. And we had the main protagonist on top of the roof waiting, thinking that he was going to get confessed to. Yeah, not going to happen. It turns out she was just in love with history. Probably is my favourite character design-wise. And the headphones add a bit more characteristic and a bit more charm to the character. Her smile is really something else as well. I do absolutely adore that smile. Plus, she has a different design in Chapter 0. With short hair and tied up at the back. So I really do hope that style does get shown later on in the series, because she looked pretty good like that as well. Imagine that short hairstyle with the headphones. Ooh, that's going to be quite nice. And lastly, from the girl characters, let's talk about what I believe will be a fan favourite character moving forward, and that is Nino. She's one of the popular one out of the sisters, with a good amount of friends, with very good reason. She can bake, she has a great design, she's really cheeky and playful in her personality. However, I do think that along the lines of each girl having a secret hobby and something that they're very interested in, I can see a secret for Nino's character being cute items. As we see inside her bedroom, and there's a lot of cute things on the wall, like the childish and cute pictures of Pac-Man, the bunnies that are upside down, the polka dots everywhere. I do believe that's going to be used as a plot thread. Maybe if that's a secret, it could be a blackmail situation in where the main protagonist says, look, I found out that you really like cute and childish things. I'll tell everybody at the school that you're obsessed with these cute animals and stuff, which might ruin your reputation. If you don't study, or you don't get a certain score on your test, then of course I'll leak this information out. These girls are very, very headstrong. These girls are very strong-willed. They have their own personality, they have their own traits, and they don't want to study. Something happened in their past, which we're going to have to learn and find out what it is. We're going to have to then overcome that situation and that problem. And I think that the main protagonist does have to grow a pair a bit more and kind of be a bit more stern, be a bit more firm early on in the series before learning what actually happened to them. And a blackmail situation might sound a bit harsh, but I think it could work if you can muster up the courage to do so. I don't know though, it's just an idea, and those were my thoughts on the female characters. Now let's talk about the main protagonist and his family and what else I liked about the series in general after these first 3 chapters. I really loved the execution and the explanation that the series gave us for Yusuke's motivation in taking this tutoring job. Showing off how poor his family was incredible in helping me kind of invest and become interested in seeing how the story pans out, as we see Yusuke always ordering the lowest price items and making use of his intelligence by basically saying, oh, I'll have the beef meal without the beef, because it makes it the same price as rice, just you get a miso soup with it and some vegetables. So, you know, it shows that aspect, which is a very smart aspect and a very, not unique, because I just read We Never Learn, and that's kind of a similar situation. Naruyuki was in a poor family. He wasn't ordering the cheapest thing at the school, but I would imagine if we saw that, he probably would be. However, saying that, they also drink out-of-date milk, which is a week old, and I can't drink dairy myself, so that automatically makes my stomach go really funny reading that. And I think the best segment for this, in showing off how badly in debt they are, was the conversation that he has with his sister, in where she states that they can finally eat until they're full if he takes his job after they pay off their debt. And in the next panel, the very next panel, we see him holding his stomach and it's growling. That to me was very powerful, very impactful, and just showcased just how poor and how badly off these characters were. This guy was so smart, he's so intelligent, and yet he's doing it all for his family so that he can get a good job, and he wants to provide for them. Now he's finally got an opportunity. So seeing the main protagonist kind of do everything he can to make it up to Itsuki for calling her, you know, saying she's going to get more weight or get fatter, I think is the phrase they used. Yeah, it makes more sense. Seeing how desperate he is, seeing how motivated he is, yeah, just, it makes sense along those lines. While on the topic of his sister, however, she was brilliant. Design, excellent. Really happy and cheerful despite her current living situation, which I think is great. Plus, she's not a creepy sister character like I know from another series. I'm looking at you. Like I said, Yusuke himself was a very prideful character, a very motivated character, a very intelligent character that just wants what's best for his family, and that came across splendidly in his first 3 chapters. So for his character overall, I think it was rather enjoyable and rather good to see and effective. Design-wise, he is quite poor in the design aspect. He's very basic, very generic, but at the same time, I don't know, he kind of reminded me of Kageyama from Haikyuu. Both of them are geniuses in the field that their talents lie in. It's just one was volleyball. This character is obviously just intelligence and smarts. And both have similar attitudes and similar designs. I don't know, that's all I kept thinking. But at the same time, yeah, I thought it was enjoyable and I liked what they did with him. He wants to help his family and he'll do anything and everything in order to make their lives better, no matter what he has to go through. Round of applause. Very respectable. So overall, these first 2 chapters I thought were really good. I thought the way that they introduced us to the characters were comical, yet refreshing. The art style looked amazing. I really did like the art style of it. And the execution for me is what made me like the series all the more while reading it. They explain things really well. They showcase things very precisely and impactfully. And yeah, it all seemed to flow very nicely. So yeah, I'm going to keep reading the series and hopefully learn about more characters and the characters that are involved and see where it progresses from here. I'm interested to learn what each character's hobby is and how the main protagonist is going to get them to study. Because yeah, he does need to kind of be a bit more stern with them, and hopefully we'll see development from all the characters that are involved. I want to know your thoughts on this series though, and on the chapters that I've covered. Who's your favourite girl from the series? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm not going to answer that question personally, but I'm sure if you've watched this video from start to finish and listened to what I've said about each of the female characters, I'm sure you can pick up on which one I like more. Other than that though, comment down below all your thoughts, feedback, comments, anything you like, favourite characters, let's go. And like the video if you did, subscribe if you're new for more weekly content, and remember, stay safe, be happy, have a great day. Alligator, matane, goodbye.